We managed to survive our first season with Sanjoanense. We are back 2 games in to the following season. We're doing pretty well. We've got a 100% record, and I've made a few signings, made a few cheeky loans as well. Let's go see who we've brought in. Welcome back, Club-2, Episode-4 of the beautiful Doleboy. You can see what's going on. We've played the 2 games. You can see them above me. We've signed some players. You can see them over here. But before we run into that, you could do me the favour of liking and subscribing if you're looking forward to this. If you're looking forward to see what we can do this season, make sure you are subscribed, and then obviously you'll be able to follow through. I'm saying we're going to get promoted this year. I think we will do so. But my worry is when we get to the promotion stage and we're playing 14 games in 2 months, that's an issue. We have a cup game to kick off against Maya Lidador, who are from the A division below us. I'm not sure if it's the division, but they're definitely not in the tier of us. And then we're going to Bear and Mar that we're going to be playing after, if I haven't chortled on for too long. Released, we have got a few players that have gone. Benny has left us, who was our holding mid. Pedro Gomez is one of the older kind of central mids as well. And there's a few other ones here, but no one really that we're too concerned about, which is good. Players that we've brought in, if I go to all transfers here, Usman Dianya, who's the first guy I brought in. He's going to be replacing Benny, and he's our new holding mid. I'm not going to go into him too much, but I'll just show you what we've got here. So he's 25. He's not taking too high a wage, but he still is one of the higher ones at the club. And he's very decent ball-winning mid that's going to sit at the base of them 3 midfielders. Happy days. Following on with that, we've got João Madureira. Don't have a clue how to pronounce that. He's doing pretty good. I think he's been playing the box-to-box role recently. He's not the best straight away, but if I go into a coach summary, you can see that he's 4 to 5 potential there because my fat head's going to cover it up. But according to this, he's going to be a B-win? Not sure how you pronounce that, but that's top tier level central midfielder. Obviously take it with a pinch of salt because our assistant manager's telling us, and he doesn't quite understand how to evaluate players, or kind of, can't think what the word is, but he's not the most accurate and reliable people, but he thinks he's going to be at least top tier. So even if he's second tier, still a good signing for us. He's come in on a free. Duarte Gomez was, this is when I went a little bit mad with the loanees. Duarte Gomez is a loanee that we brought in up top. Alpha Baldy, I think I signed him mostly because of his name, but it's still decent. We're not paying any wages to these loanees as well, I think I didn't say. Then we've got Dadier Souza, who's going to be a cover at right back. And then João Vitor, who is cover for centre back. I brought in Alfonso Freitas, who can be cover for left back, along with, I think we've got our own Freitas, and Gabby, I think his name was, I can't remember exactly. Because we sold Elvis, you can see him by my head for a dizzying £230. Madness. And you probably noticed that I skipped over Cardozo. It's because he's my new striker, and he's a bit good. Have a look how much money I'm paying him. That's a bit of an issue. That's about 1/10 of my budget. So that part isn't ideal. 7.2% of the club's total wage bill is going to my striker. However, if he does good, then happy days. He's got a minimum fee release clause of 88 grand, which, considering our record for the club is 1,000, I'd be pretty upset to see him go, but I think the club will be over the moon. So happy days. He has missed an absolute sitter for me though so far, which is concerning. But that's what we've got. I've had to bring up loads of youth players, and I've still got loanees knocking about. So we've got quite a lot of players in the actual club itself, but ones that are actually first tier, there isn't a vast amount. If we go to squad depth, we can have a look there. We'll change the filter to 3 stars. And then that's when you're seeing it's quite sparse. I can drop it to 2, and it does obviously thicken out the squad a little bit, but not the best. But I don't have any more to work with. I'm already spending 6,700 from a 5,400 budget, so they're not the most pleased. But they're just gonna have to get over it because we're gonna get promoted next year. Our team to play Maya Lidador is Matos in goal, Perez, Vitor, Rafa, and Alfonso as the back four. Diana behind Madueira and Tejera. And then we have Balde, Bruninho, and Leandro Cardozo completing the top three. I'm pretty happy with how this team is looking. There's a few ones that aren't quite there, but are young, so hopefully we'll build into it. And then we can bin them off, sell them on. Happy days. We are almost at the half-hour mark. I haven't seen a highlight yet. I've moved us up to positive in an attempt that would kind of get something going. We've had an extra shot, so there's that. What's also happened? It's now half time. I was getting concerned that we may not be able to squeeze that second game in, but judging on this, I don't believe there's any sort of issue in that regards at all. So we've got to the hour mark, still without seeing a highlight. Brilliant. As soon as I was paused to make a sub, highlight appears. So let's watch this through. Alfonso plays it short to Madueira, all the way back to Rafa, to his centre-back partner, and then over to Tejera in the middle. Perez has made his way out on the right with his headband. Beautiful. Balde, beautiful ball into Cardozo. He's dragged his shot wide again. I'm paying him a small fortune, and I just don't know if he's justifying it so far. He definitely isn't. It's not the best. We have 10 minutes left, because I was too busy talking about my player that was disappointing me. We're going to take Cardozo off. We're going to bring Quincy Huve on, because we know he's done bits for us in the past. So we'll get him in to do bits again. We also have Balde, who's not playing particularly well. So we'll put in Santos for him. Do I bring in Duarte Gomez? Because he scored in his first game for us. Do you know what? We'll bring in Duarte Gomez, because, as I said, he scored in his first game. We do have another sub, and I am going to make it. I'm going to take Freitas out for Gabby. We've made all three with 10 minutes left, and I think I'm also going to shout at him. See what that does. I'm worried. Literally nothing. We've had one highlight. It's not the best. We're going to extra time. Their team are over the moon, which is understandable. I'm going to shout at my guys and tell them I'm far from pleased. And I'm going to tell them also that they've got the ability to turn it round. Because at the moment, they all seem buoyant. I didn't show you the... can't remember what it's called. But the team cohesion is through the roof. As is the kind of players' morale, really. They're all over it. The manager performance sort of thing, that's not great. They're not a fan of me, but they're all happy, which is what I'm here for. So they'll go over it. They'll come over to like me. It's fine. We've got 15 minutes of the game left at this point. It's not looking promising. I have a feeling that we're going to get knocked out on penalties, and the board are just going to be livid. Which isn't the best thing for me keeping my job. Diana, I was half expecting him just to unleash then. Gabby's shuffling down the left-hand side. He's managed to get past his man, puts in a good ball. Gomez has gone and scored for us again. We like to see it. Also, I didn't show you what I'd done in those two games. Obviously, you've seen the score because they were at the top of the screen above me fat head. But I didn't show you what kind of I've done specifically in those games. So we'll go back and do that between the episodes. Between games, in the episode. And I'll let you know what I also noticed, which is slightly concerning. It's half time. We're just going to go straight back in. I'll praise them. Get little green faces on the bottom. After this highlight finishes, that is. Santos puts it in. Gomez has hit the post. And somehow it's bundled its way out for another corner. It's just our corner. The last one was a throw-in, but ignore that. It's technicality. I like how full the ground is. Everyone in the 10-mile radius is sat in this ground at the moment. We have only 4 minutes left. I was going to make a sub again, but a highlight appeared immediately. Gabby's putting it in from the right-hand side. Going to put it towards the near post, and nobody attacked it, which is good. Gabby, back to Gera. Oh, that's a bit naughty. Oh, I am a fan of that. He caught that right on the edge of the area, and it just kind of found its way right into the top corner. Why are we seeing the highlight on the same camera angle? But look at him running in, and then it goes here. Is it behind my head? Do you know what? I'm going to move my head just in case. Look at that. Oh, it's a bit good, isn't it? I'll go back. I'll go back into my corner. Don't worry about it. You're not going to see me head too much. It's all good. We've managed to do it. I'm saying that against the team that we really should have just wiped the floor with. with respect, we should wipe the floor with them. But we didn't. It wasn't convincing, but we've came out with a win and everyone's got little green faces again, so we'll take that and we'll just move on, shall we? It's a little bit concerning that my goalkeeper's got man of the match. I'll tell him that he was great. And again, we'll just move on. So what I was saying about, I'm not sure the game quite understands how to format this league. We're going from September all the way through to March, playing, geez, how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 14 league games. Then, in the space of 6-7 weeks, we play 22. I don't think it's that much, but we play a fair whack of games after the break, and that's just not good. It just isn't. So in the promotion stage, which is from March through to June, we play 14 games, and in the normal stage, from September through to March, we play 14 games. So we have the same amount of games played between a 6-month period and a 3-month period. Not ideal. Why don't they just move that back to early February? Happy days. It's a nice easy split. And you get your required rest. But no, they're not feeling it. Our first 2 games saw us beat Anadia. Not clue. We beat them 3-2. Starting off with us going 2 up. Do you know what? I'm not gonna read through it. It finished 3-2 because I got it wrong straight away. A late goal from them pulling it back, but comfortable win for us nonetheless. We then beat Fornosh de Algordes. It's wrong, Algodres. We beat them 4-1 with, again, a goal in extra time conceded. So maybe that's a little bit of a highlight for us to ease back on what we're doing, because it looks like we're getting some tired legs out there late in the game. But then again, we've just won in extra time, so what do I know? We have Beira-Mar next. And we have the 3rd round of the Taça de Portugal placard as well that we need to take into account. Our opponents for the next round are Vizela. I have to say I've never heard of them, but it doesn't stop them from being in Portugal's top tier, which isn't great for us. We're going to scoot through to the game against Beira-Mar now, and we'll play them in the next episode. I'm thinking I'll do it as a standalone episode, because I'm probably going to be incredibly upset when we've absolutely been battered by them. And if the other way, we somehow manage to get through them, then it's time for celebration. So we'll do that. We'll go to Beira-Mar now. And that is what we're going to be seeing next episode. Our team to play Beira-Mar will be Matos in goal, Pires, Manga, Rafa, Gabi. Diana behind Madureira and Teixeira. Dino, Bruninho, Cardozo as the top 3. What more is there to say? Other than, I'll have a look at the things I was talking to you about earlier as well. I've looked at so many things today. Club atmosphere. That's what I was looking for. It's pretty strong, or at least it was, until something happened. And it's seen a small drop for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. Cohesion's getting strong. And the managerial support, it's kicking up. So we'll just crack on. We'll keep doing good. And we'll see all these nice and high up in the greens. We're on telly, I assume. Beira-Mar are lining up with a 4-4-2. 3 draws from 3. Perfectly fine. We have our usual 4-3-3 with 3 wins from 3. All the 3s. Talking about 3s, it's nothing to do with 3s at all. Herve has been granted a call-up to the Bonaranian... Oh, God, I forgot where he's from again. His national team, I think it was Bonaranian. Bonaire, he's from, yeah. He's going to international duty. Why have I got a player on international duty? I'm in the 4th tier of Portuguese football. Pires, he was bashing it down the right-hand side, putting a cross, bounced back off him, and then he's ran to the byline and stood there for a bit. Dino, Teixeira, and back to Pires. Back to Danino. Oh, I've tongue-twisted myself there. He's done brilliantly, but unfortunately his shot goes just over. I'll pop some encouragement on the boys. Shimao has a free kick, which somehow has managed to bend its way all the way back towards the goal and go just over. It's a free kick just outside the area. Worryingly, their free kick taker was pretty handy with his curve last time, and he struck the crossbar. I'm concerned that we're giving them free kicks, to be quite honest. We've quite clearly seen that they've got a good free kick taker. Matos isn't... Oh! Transfer window. I had offers for Matos from a Randers in Denmark. They were keen. He's got a 65 grand release clause. So I just kept asking for that. They kept coming back. I think at the most point they offered me was like 12k, which I know is 12 times our record transfer fee. But I just couldn't afford it because I don't think I'll get a goalie in to replace him. And he wasn't really that fussed. So we just left it. Hopefully they keep coming back. Or they leave us alone, one of the two. Dino has the ball in the area. Rafa's knocked it back to Gabby. And over to Perez. Not sure why Rafa's taking the throw-in on the right-hand side if he's my left-back. I'll have to have a little look at that. But Bruninho, oh, he snuck that in. A little bit cheeky. I'm a fan of that. Sanj have just made it 1-0 just before half-time, which is helpful for my team talk because I think I was going to shout at him. But he's brought it down, knocked it over to Rafa, put it back to him, and a little daisy cutter right into the bottom right-hand corner. It is half-time. I threatened it just. And I'll tell them all that they're doing splendid, and they appeared not to care. There's a corner for us. Gabby's putting it in towards Rafa, but it's been headed away. Diagne's got it on the edge. Back to Teixeira. Back to Diagne. And Manga's got it out on the left-hand side. He's our centre-back. Not sure why he's out there. Cardozo. Oh, see. His first goal of the season. He's missed 2 goals, which I'm not sure if I'll put the one from the earlier game as a sitter. But the one from the previous episode wasn't even an episode. The one from between episodes definitely was a sitter. It was horrendous. So I'm happy he scored a goal. And in that fashion, I'll take much more of them. Just much more goals, full stop. Please. We're just about to hit the hour mark. Kone has a throw-in for Biramar. Oh no. Oh, who was that? Oh, that's Perez. He didn't need to attack that ball quite aggressively. He just needed to move towards it and just smash it out. But instead he sprints at it, mistimes his header, and leaves Arajo on the back. Well, it's not even the back post, he was central. He did well with his volley, I'll give him that, but frustrating he was given the opportunity to do so. Biramar now have the ball just outside our area. Roughly 3 minutes later, I was expecting them to draw it back even. They've still got possession. I don't know why I'm saying it in the past tense. They're still going. Perez tried his best to close the man down. Didn't work. It's bundled its way around a few times. And somehow, Matos ended up with his back towards their goal and facing his own, which is all sorts of confusing and concerning. I think subs are in need. Perez, definitely. We'll bring on Dadia Souza, who's our new right back. He would rather be a defend, but I'd rather him not be a defend, so we'll leave him on. Dino, you can come off for... Do you know what? We'll put Huv out on the right as a wide target man on attack. Give him a little bit of game time, warming up for his international games. And I'll leave the third one. I won't force it because we'll end up getting an injury and I can't afford it. Plays the team about 4 times now and they love it every time. We just not what I wanted. Don't know what that noise was. I'm very upset. They've brought it back onto evil footing. It's just, where's the marking? Where is it? Manga. Can't blame him too much because he was stood still, but someone could challenge him. Or try and make sure he doesn't get the ball. But no, it appears that we were doing zonal marking then, which we kind of are doing actually on this game. But it's not what I'm looking for. They're going to, yep. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I was expecting the clearance to hit one of my own players and then go in, because that's just sort of the thing that happens. Just to me anyway. Breda has the ball in the middle, puts it out to his left back. Shimao is going to get into a position he can get a cross in. No, he's not, because Huv has managed to get the block in. There's a corner again. Hopefully our marking's a little bit more up to standard this time. Shimao puts it in, and Manga does get the head away this time. I'm going to move us to positive. They've got to throw in quite deep in their own half. Hopefully we can dispossess and get in a little... get the ball back. Go and attack. Do some good. I'll demand some more of us. Manga has now got the ball. Puts it to Madeira. Good ball out onto the left-hand side for Bruninho. He's got his man, Cardozo, in the middle. What was that? How's he managed that then? He's a bit good. I told you he's a bit good. I wasn't expecting that, I've got to be honest. He's the one that is of potential top tier standard. And playing like that, I'm all for it. 5 minutes left. I'm going to drop us down to cautious and just kind of see the game out. We've been dominant in regards to shots, but XG definitely not. So maybe we need to look at working the ball into the box. I think that's probably going to be a better idea. Cut down on the amount of shots we have in and increase the quality of the shots. But either way, because I was in that little menu, it's full time, it's finished. I'm going to do that for next episode, in which we're playing a top tier team. Gotta be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. I wouldn't normally include this, but I feel that his performance was completely ignored by me. Bruninho scored one, got an assist on the other two. Well done, lad. Our goal, the rescued goal, from our player that I've forgotten the name of. Madureira, I think it was. I really should remember these. Where is he? Madureira. Yeah, I knew it. Knew it. Just knew it. I just did. Our rescued goal from him got us 3 wins from 3 in the league. If we can just make sure that we are comfortably top of the league, then happy days. I can bring in some youngsters for the last 2, rest out some players if needs be. But we are on 100% record at the moment, and that's what I want to roll for. In the next episode, we'll see ourselves playing Vizela, as I said, as a standalone. If we can manage to get through that, which I am by no means expecting to happen, I'll be pretty happy. And what I even might do is get the top tier Portuguese kits in, because apparently I haven't done so. I hope you'll be back for next episode. If you have enjoyed this one, then please do me the favour of liking, subscribing, show your support on the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated, as I mentioned earlier. And have a little look at the buttons on screen and go through to some more of my content. Thank you very much for your time.